Hello, Tombstone Tears. I'm so excited. This is our year end roundup. Do, 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 do. Year end roundup. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm sitting here at my desk, sitting here at my computer. I was trying to do a year end roundup of how many graves that we visited so far, how many cemeteries we've visited so far, and I'm trying to tally everything up, and it's just been so much because there's even graves that I haven't shown you, and we're probably going to get to them at the I would say at the beginning of the year. You might get a couple more videos before the end of the year. I have a couple things in the works. So you might be getting another video this weekend. Definitely probably before the end of the week. I'm trying to be a little bit better about that. But it is also Christmas, and unfortunately this channel is not monetized. So I got to work. But if you do feel like helping us towards that monetization goal, we have 164 subscribers. We have to have 300 in order to be monetized. And then that means that you get to run some ads, you get a couple coins, and then we get to take this on the road. We get some funds. We could buy a better camera. Because right now we're filming off the phone. Things like that, a better production budget so that I don't have to feel so stressed about doing everything myself, going out and filming the graves and doing the research and trying to even remember in this video to turn the camera landscape. I I'm getting old, people. I'm turning 40 next year. It is what it is. So let's get to the year-end roundup. I want to say that I started doing this channel because I had a lot of inspiration from a lot of YouTubers that I follow. Not giving them like necessarily any shout outs or whatever, but if you are into like the type of content that I'm doing to a certain extent or whatever, they're all doing their own different things or whatever, and it's not a competition because they have thousands and thousands and tens of hundreds of thousands of viewers. But Dearly Departed with Scott Michaels, Travel with Lisa M. I think it's HM. I'm sorry if I'm doing it wrong. They have a lot of interesting content. I had to kind of slow down on the videos every day because it was like consuming me and because I was running out of storage space. And so I had to start buying storage space, but that was after I started deleting a lot of videos. And so if you all want to do a year-end roundup where I go back and film all the videos again, not like film all the videos, but actually do like a picture of every grave that we visited, or you could just go back and watch the videos over the Christmas holidays if you're feeling a little bored. um I've been trying to have my daughter behind the scenes work on the closed captioning to make sure it's a little bit more accurate. So if you see something where the closed captioning isn't accurate, definitely comment on it, and we don't have a problem with that. We can go back and edit everything and things like that. I'm gonna try to go back in and do all of the other YouTube things that they want us to do, like adding a cover photo so that it grabs your attention and makes you want to watch it. I hope just my beautiful face makes you want to watch it, but anyway, year-end roundup. So I started this, I want to say maybe in April. April was like my very first video with like Bessie Coleman and things like that. And I was just kind of filming, kind of walking around, doing a little whatever, whatever. But I want to say that we have visited so many different places and we visited so many different graves. We visited over 150 graves since April. I think that is absolutely flipping wonderful. We were able to visit two museums. We went to the Robbins Illinois History Museum, where we got to learn about the first black aviators in Robbins, Illinois, and the first black airport. And then we also got to go to the Chicago History Museum, where we got to learn a little bit more about Chicago. We got to see the Couch Mausoleum in Lincoln Park. And remember, Lincoln Park is still technically a graveyard. Over 150 graves, I want to say. We have done over 100, well, this will be 141, but 100, over 140 videos. We have over 160 subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing and liking our content. Definitely hit the like button if you like it. Let me know what you like about the videos. Like if you want to see my face a little bit more, because clearly that seems to be a lifestyle thing where everybody wants to know what you're doing. There's nothing going on over here, let me tell you. Spending my days doing Amazon Flex and Instacarting and trying to avoid editing my videos on CapCut. So, let me count how many, we have went to so many graveyards, like, and it's been so many. So remember we did Oakwoods. We went to so many graves in Oakwoods. We got to do the Staple Singers a few times. We got to see Tom Dorsey, the gospel, man, musician. And musician is just such a small word for what he did for the gospel industry and also for the blues industry, because he was in the blues industry first, which is why he was inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame. We went to see Jesse Owens, Ida B. Wells Barnett, and her husband Ferdinand Wells. Definitely read up about Ida B. Wells Barnett. She was very, very instrumental in bringing to light the lynching that was going on in the South in the early 1900s. So definitely read up about her. And we can definitely go more in depth about that if you want to, but definitely go back to those previous videos. I tried to break up my playlist into sections, so definitely go to my Tombstone Tea profile. Try to go to my what do you call it, my playlists. I tried to break them up into sections. What else? Who else did we see? We saw Harold Washington is at Oakwoods. We saw a few blues musicians. We saw Big Bill Colosimo. We saw who do you call it? The Wimp and Stokes, Fluky Stokes. We've seen quite a few people at Oakwoods. And then there's one more video that will be coming out on Oakwoods as well. We went to Lincoln Cemetery, which is technically owned with Beverly and Oak Hill. There's one grave that I didn't do on Chuck Barksdale. But that video is coming. But we did visit the grave of Juice WRLD over there in Beverly. We visited the graves of a few blues musicians, Florence Smith, who is big in opera, a black opera arranger. And then also, what else did we do? Of course, Bessie Coleman is over there, and a lot of black people that were instrumental in Robbins. We also got to see the gravesite of the 1919 Chicago race riot victim, Eugene Williams. They have a big plaque dedicated to him. What else? What else? And all of these are things that you can see on Find a Grave, self-guided tours, and things like that. We went to Mount Hope, where we saw Gustavus Swift. Remember, he was very instrumental in the meatpacking industry here in Chicago. We saw a few blues musicians as well. And then they also have two big, huge monuments dedicated to Paul Percy Harris and Melvin Jones, who were the founders and the presidents of Lions Club International and also the Rotary Club. So definitely check those out. It's very, very peaceful. I know you're like, oh, the cemetery. No, actually, it's very peaceful. I'm not going to lie to you. We went to Holy Sepulchre, where we saw Daniel Ryan Jr., Sr., Ralph Metcalf, the athlete, Olympian, and also he was a politician here in Chicago. We also saw the gravesite of the Daly family. There is one grave that I took a video of that I haven't done, and that's of the Grimes sisters. So that video is coming as well. That was at Holy Sepulchre. I'm trying to think what else, and I'm sorry I'm saying a lot because I have my list here, but I don't want you all to see me just keep looking down, looking down. Mount Glenwood East and Mount Glenwood South. We definitely went to those. We got to see Tampa Red. We got to see Elijah Muhammad. Who else was it? Major Taylor. Go back and Edith Wilson. Who else was it? Go back and watch those videos, right? We went to, of course, Lincoln Park. We got to see the zoo. That's where we went to the Chicago History Museum. So check that video out. We also went to Restvale a few times. That's when we were doing our Blues Hall of Fame. So if you want to see Muddy Waters and all of those other Blues Hall of Fame artists, check out those different videos in that Blues Hall of Fame category in my playlist. But we went to Restvale so many times. It's ridiculous at this point. Burr Oak is where Mamie Till and Emmett Till are buried. We also saw Annie Turnbow Malone, who of course was the predecessor of Madam C.J. Walker, who was the first African American millionaire. Actually, Annie Turnbow Malone was the first African American millionaire, but because of a few divorces that went, marriages that went bad, she lost a lot of her money. But she was very, very instrumental in building up a lot of women entrepreneurs, especially around the St. Louis area. So check out and do some research on Annie Turnbow Malone. And if you want to learn more about her, you can watch Self-Made on Netflix. Not that Netflix is giving us any money, because they're not. Which is also why you haven't really seen me sip my sweet tea, because I am sipping my tea. But McDonald's ain't giving us no money either, so keep it on moving. So check out the videos that we did on Burr Oak. Like I said, Dinah Washington is there. Reverend Clay Evans, who is the gospel pastor and musician and arranger. And yes. There were some Blues Hall of Famers. Who else is there? Willie Dixon is also there. Definitely check that out. Otis Rush, if I'm not mistaken, is there as well. Check out our few videos that we've done on Burr Oak. Washington Memory Gardens. That is where, I'm trying to remember, because there's a Washington Memory